Hello everyone and warm welcome to Agents of Happiness show. I am your host. I am Anne Pluto Williams and we are in season 2 and I don't know what episode we are on, but you can see that maybe down here or somewhere. Anyway, today I have a very good friend of mine and also, as usual, a member of the Happy People Doha business group. I have Miss Esra Parin. Warm welcome to the Agents of Happiness.
Thank you, and it's great to be here. I'm very happy to see you.
And me too.
And we should create more opportunities.
Yeah,
to
we
see
should.
Each other.
I was just thinking we seldom have time to sit down and talk, because we are always, meeting.
True.
But before we go on, please introduce yourself, your name and where you work, and yeah.
My name is Esra Parin.
Yes.
We have known each other for quite some time now. I work at the Park Hyatt Doha.
Yeah.
I lead the Park Hyatt Doha team and the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a hotelier for quite a long time. I don't want to say the
You don't
years.
have to say. No.
But I have been in the city for more than 11 years. This is my 12th year. I love Doha. I love Qatar. And Qatar gave me so much sense of happiness, so much progression in personal life as well as professional life. So we're, just happy soaking it in this country, in this city, working wherever. I mean, I've worked in different hotels in the hospitality industry, but currently I'm at the Park Hyatt Doha.
I am so happy that you are here.
Thank you.
Because, you are a very big part of our happy group.
Thank you.
You have hosted so many of our events and you are doing it, it's a happy, Park Hyatt is a very happy hotel.
Thank you.
It is. And I think that is come down to the leadership, of course. Because, if the GM, the big head of the venue is spreading that out, everybody gets that. And you can see that in your hotel.
I've heard your name, I think, when I was here in 2020, first time probably.
Okay.
Throughout COVID, or when COVID allowed us to actually host some events and gather the community. And we always believed in my previous workplaces as well. I think the hotels are great tools, environments to put people together, to kind of create a sense of community.
Yeah.
And we were able to achieve that, in a number of places. And when I heard your name, I think we got in touch for the first time, and then we started hosting the events, and I saw what you were doing, and it's a privilege to work with you and to collaborate with you and to bring the people together in environments where they can feel comfortable and happy, and to be happy, to grow, to learn from each other, to share experiences. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing.
Oh, come on. I think, what we are doing is that we are doing it together. Because can you imagine if I was all by myself? It would be a super boring place, me and myself and I. No. So it's a we thing. But I am so curious to know a little bit more. What makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Early on, from childhood, I like to explore. I like to see things, meet people, and impress people, make people happy, do something nice that they don't expect. So surprise, like the weekends, I would wake up earlier than my parents and would bring out all the nicer dishes and glassware and everything, and I would set the table. Don't ask me how I was doing it, because it wasn't the times of Pinterest and Instagram and internet and everything. But for some reason, I think in some magazine or somewhere, and in the movies perhaps I was watching,
you're right.
And as I was aspiring, so then I would prepare a beautiful breakfast for my parents, and then I would go and wake them up, and then we would have a wonderful breakfast. So like I would squeeze the orange juice, I would put them in beautiful crystal glasses.
You squeeze the orange juice?
Yes, and then I would do like nice napkins, decoration, and so forth. Don't ask me how. I think I was a hotelier from very early age.
You definitely. That is so interesting.
Yeah,
so how old were you then when you?
I was like 4, 5. I don't know, maybe not 4, 5, 6, something like that. And I really liked it. Yeah, I really liked it.
And your parents must have been so, so happy and impressed.
Yes. Then later on, as I grew, what I think overall as a person now, I can say that meeting with new people, and I think your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
is your happiness, your emotional bank account. So in my personal life, at work, at work, I would say I enjoy through making other people happy, because hospitality is such a job that you work on making other people happy. We are like a cocoon, or we are like an environment where we want to make people feel at home. And if you can actually make a difference, and if you can actually really recognize them and acknowledge them and their needs, that gives such a comfort and a nice emotion to people. That emotion makes me happy. So in personal life and professional life, that's what makes me really happy.
Wow.
So throughout earlier part of my career, I think I work for my career. And for all the business reasons. I mean, like to achieve, for self-fulfillment, to reach to my full potential and so forth. Now, I am very happy that I am in a place where I can actually balance work and personal life. And I really cherish my moments with my friends, with meeting with new people, looking after the teams, looking after the guests, looking after my friends, putting people together, creating incredible, moments, just little moments. When I was growing up, I was idealistic. I wanted to be in these big organizations where they help people, worldwide, and maybe go to Africa, someplace, and so forth. Later on in life, I actually realized you don't have to go far. You don't have to go anywhere to help and to make a difference. And you can be very humble. You can just do little things every day. And that's what makes me happy. And the happiest is when I travel. When I was growing up, I watched Jacques Cousteau. And I watched Silk Road. It was a very long documentary about the Silk Route, all the way from China into Europe and so forth. And then I watched documentaries about Marco Polo, Christopher Colomb. And when I watched all of those, I wanted to be an explorer. Now everyone is exploring the world, but I'm quite old in age. Get hard.
You are not old in age.
But of course, some 50 years ago, I was imagining that I would explore the world. In those days, obviously, much less of a percentage of people were traveling around the world. So I was thinking maybe I would be a marine scientist and and so forth. But then I discovered that this doesn't have to be limited to science and under the name of maybe working in zoology and whatnot. And so I think my instinct of hospitality came to life, and I became a hotelier. And I'm really happy to be working with people, actually.
And that's what, being an hotelier as yourself gives you also an opportunity to explore the world, because you guys are traveling, in your work, and you are being stationed, like worldwide. And that must be very interesting.
It is.
And that maybe you see your happiness there of being, in all these different
sense
countries.
Of discovery, sense of possibilities. Today I feel every day I wake up and I'm happy about being here, being healthy, being safe, having the work that I have, being surrounded with people that I love, hopefully love me.
Yes. Otherwise, I'll go there.
It makes me happy. I mean, throughout the day, I think about, how happy and lucky that we are. I am, with my husband, I have people to call. I have people who care about me and who call me. And sometimes we just don't have enough time. And that's really something to be happy about, It's
I love that.
Thankful, grateful for what we have.
Yes, I love that, because, that is all we have, being not wanting for, of course, want more, but not being greedy for more, I would say, and just like being grateful for what we have and see it and being here and now.
Because I also realize, when you are really grateful for what you have, more comes into your life.
Yes. It is like you open up,
Yes.
And also by giving it away.
Exactly. And, like when you don't calculate and you give away, the more comes to you.
Yes.
Really,
It's like God's economy.
It's really magical, really magical.
It is.
You know, when I was younger, I realized that I was nervous because I grew up in a generation of, you know, young people, let's say, or a generation in Turkey where my parents were sometimes tell me, oh, well, but you cannot do this, you cannot explore the world. So I kind of like in my earlier days, I was a little bit like a rebel, you know, no, I will go and work in the cruise lines. No, you can't, I will. And I did, and I'm happy about that too. But then they also realized how happy it made me.
Yeah.
And they said that you had a wider horizon than us, and we are glad that you actually kind of really went your way and you did what you did, because we see how happy you are and, you know, you flourished.
Yeah.
But again, you know, when I was not growing up, but in my earlier years, I would focus on my career, developing and so forth. But now I'm really grateful for what I have already.
Yeah. Because you work for it, right?
Yes, I do appreciate that it's, you know, it's brought me to where I am.
Yeah.
But I also appreciate, you know, you can always ask for more, but also you have to appreciate what you have.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the
100%.
only way that you're going to be happy, because otherwise you're always looking for more. Yes, if you plan for more, you hope for more, you know, you do whatever it takes to get there, whatever that is you aspire to.
Yeah.
But I think you need to stay true to yourself and what you want to do. And and I think in life, if you need to change direction, think about what will give you the fulfillment feeling. If you're lucky enough, if you can really pursue that, that makes you happy and content in life.
Love it. I love it. It's so much fun talking to you because we are so aligned on everything. And, you know, it's just resonate with me what you're saying about this of being, you know, grateful for what we have, but also, I mean, if you want something, then we work for it, but not on the cost of others. We work on ourselves and, you know, being grateful for what we have. I love it.
And, you know, also, you know, over time you realize your shortfalls, your areas of improvement, and also factors. Sometimes you have to be lucky also, or sometimes you have to be in the right place and right time, and sometimes something is not meant for you. And you need to be also able to accept that with grace.
Yeah.
And see what else is there for you, because there is something for you. Maybe if something is not for you, then you don't get stuck with it and you move on.
Yeah.
And when I actually realized this pattern, barriers or walls, you know, like there are these walls, like you kind of keep on hitting the same pattern in life. Yeah. When I face that, then I try to change ways.
Yeah.
Because every hardship, everything that doesn't go our way, as initially planned, let's say, that means that there's something else for you.
Exactly.
You just have to see that. Better. Yes, you just have to see that, go through that process what you need to process, and see the signs and pick up on the cues and just go through, live through it, because there is definitely something better. I really, truly believe it.
I love it, because, you know, that is the beauty of getting a little bit older. You know, because we see that differently. When I was younger, I didn't see it that clearly.
Same.
Right?
Same,
because we were
absolutely.
just like, I was bouncing my head in the wall, just like pushing, oh, I need it, I want it, but it wasn't meant for me. And then I was like, okay. And then I went the other way, and there it was, you know, the real path.
Yes.
So, yeah, totally. But we don't really see that.
True.
And that's the beauty.
That's the beauty. So you need to really see even in any situation, and sometimes we get, and you go through very different situations in life. I think in every situation, it's just about thinking it's a phase, whether it's a positive or a negative. But you always have to, even if when we go through challenging times, it's about seeing what is there after that. And what is it that we need to learn out of that? Because it definitely is in our way for us to progress something, process something.
And the fact is, those hardships are not there forever.
Yes.
It's not forever.
And it's about how you deal with them.
Exactly. Because, you know, life cannot be this line of super happiness all the time. It needs to be a little bit like this.
Yeah, that's the spice. That's the spice. Otherwise, it's a bland meal.
Then, you know, no.
Yeah, where is the excitement?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm thinking, you know, Esra, what do you do when you are facing, because we are humans, what do you do when you are not like feeling it? When you're not feeling the spark, the motivation, the happiness, a little bit down. Do you have any?
I try to look around to appreciate
Yeah.
what's around me. If I'm healthy, I have my husband. But also you need to come to terms with, still, as alone with yourself, you need to be content in life. But being able to see, I look out, I'm blessed that I have a little bit of a garden, and I look out to the grass and trees outside.
Yeah.
I come to work.
Yeah.
Then I need to feel happy. I mean, how can I not feel happy, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I mean, how can I not?
And we're living here.
Look, when I was younger, I could, you can allow yourself to kind of get washed over this kind of feeling, maybe.
Yeah.
But then you recognize, there comes a moment that you realize that you need to get up, move, do something else, read something, watch something, call someone, go out there, get some fresh air, get some oxygen, and see some friends.
Yeah.
Do something that will do some good for somebody else.
Yes.
The best thing is to listen to somebody else's problem.
Yeah, I totally agree. Reach out, be there for someone else, because there are people struggling, right?
Yes, exactly. And it doesn't have to be somebody. You can call somebody and just let them speak, and and it already keeps you busy.
Yeah.
Work keeps you busy.
Yes.
Hobbies keep you busy. If you have a hobby, you're blessed. I don't have so many hobbies, I can say.
No, me neither.
But but I mean, you can do a breathing exercise. You can do yoga. You can do. I love swimming. Water does me good.
Your pool is amazing at the hotel.
Leave me by the sea, yes, or by the pool, and I go for a swim for half an hour, 40 minutes. That does me very good,
It's like meditation, same movement.
Yes. Music.
Music.
Oh, music. It's the biggest energy, really.
It is.
Yeah. And the people, I think. I mean, I don't. How should I say this? I don't really. I recognize the moment where if I don't feel up, I just don't allow myself to stay in that mood for long.
I love it, because some, we need to dress up, show up,
exactly,
and shut up.
Yes. Yes.
Actually,
and I don't want to
listen to that.
And like when I was younger, I would talk about my issues, I would say.
Yep.
Now I would rather put into filter.
Yep.
And focus on other things in life.
Smart. I love that.
Like my husband sometimes asks me, what is the problem? I say, you know what? I don't want to talk about it.
Good.
The day is over.
Yeah.
It'll be solved anyways. Let's just move on.
Sounds like
and
my
enjoy
husband.
a few.
He said the same time. What's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I'm
not at work
okay.
anymore.
Exactly. Let's just,
just put on the
as
Netflix
much
show.
as possible.
Yeah,
that's
of
what
course.
I try
Sometimes
to do.
it's good too.
Sometimes, yes, and maybe something there is a little bit more complex, but.
But also, Esra, I mean, those problems that we are facing, or those fears, or those worries, that is also something that have come to me with age. But will it matter in a few years?
No.
Will it matter next week? No. Will it matter in a few days? No.
Someone said to me something really interesting. He was a hotel general manager. He was my former boss. And he learned something that stuck with me. So he was sent to a place to work ahead of his boss from the US to Egypt. And he got there, and one day they had an emergency situation, and he had to call his boss very late at night, his time. And then he said, how many are dead? He said, nobody is dead. He said, what's the problem then? Everything can be solved.
I love it. How many people are dead? No one. Okay, Balas, let's talk about it tomorrow.
So
that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
One day I had breast cancer, as you may know or not. And I was on the recovery after my surgery. We came home and I was a little bit down. My husband asked, what happened? I said, I'm a little afraid. He said, why are you afraid? You will die anyways. But in between, you can live.
Oh. I love, oh God, I'm gonna cry now.
I love this simplicity,
Oh.
you know, and this is what I try to remember. We
Yeah.
have one life as we know it,
Yeah.
and whatever it is after,
Yeah.
fine. But let's do good deeds.
Yeah.
Let's live a good life
Yeah.
to the fullest. Let's be
Yeah.
good to ourselves and to others.
That is so, oh, I got really emotional because it's so true.
You know,
We need to
enjoy.
live. Yes.
You know, hold on to every moment.
Yeah.
Realize, and of course, day to day, I am also, you know, I get stuck with something.
Of
You
course.
know, but overall,
Yeah.
as a main principle, life is so beautiful.
It is.
Enjoy it.
Yes.
You know? Enjoy it.
Because Esra, it is a live show. It's no reruns.
It is. And
So
there
we
is no rewinding.
No, we need to live here and now. We need to just
Exactly.
enjoy the ride when we can.
Exactly.
Because it's a lot of fun.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
It's
You know what
amazing.
makes me happy now is that when I was younger and single, I had a smaller apartment, so I never was able to throw big dinner parties. Now that we have a house with a garden, I can set up 20, 25 people. My husband is Italian and he cooks so well.
Oh.
He's famous. So my biggest happiness is when I put people together and I watch them enjoy.
Yes.
And we have the food and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and we take care of them. We serve. I
Yeah.
don't allow anybody to serve.
No.
We serve
Yeah.
ourselves. He
Yeah.
cooks, I serve.
Yeah.
Clear, you know,
Yeah.
in our home,
Yeah.
in our
Nice.
rules.
Yeah.
And we just let the people enjoy
Yeah.
the conversations. And it's just so enriching, you know?
Yeah. Because that is, you know, when you look at it, what we have is, you know, our friends, our family, our health. That is all we got. That's actually all we need.
Yeah, and actually, yes, maybe it's kind of a cliche when you say that, but when you really truly appreciate it, like understand this is the essence of life,
Yeah. It is.
then you really appreciate it every day.
Yeah.
Every
and it's
moment.
easier to live.
Exactly.
Right?
You don't need big goals. You don't need, you know,
No.
big things. It's just, you just need enough. You just need to,
Yeah.
okay, if you have the stimulation, the drive, you should go for everything that you want to do. And
Yeah.
that's what I also believe. If someone tells you you cannot, I tell younger people now, I say, if somebody tells you you can't, don't listen. Don't
No,
listen to outside
do it.
noise. Do it, try it. And if
Yeah.
it doesn't work,
It's not meant to be.
don't beat yourself.
No?
Move on to something else.
Yeah. The
But
right
try,
thing.
give it your best.
Yeah.
Do whatever you do with passion.
Yeah.
And you give it your best shot and then see what it brings you. You will
love it.
know but if it's for you, if it's not for
Yeah, you feel it
you'll-
there
exactly,
inside your core.
exactly. But go after it,
Yeah.
I say.
Oh.
Don't hesitate.
No, so inspirational. But Esra, what do you do when people around you, like your husband or your close friends or maybe like close co-workers, if you see that they are suffering, you know, they are not having that normal happiness or drive, what do you help
Depends.
them? Yeah.
You know, depends also. Depends on relationships,
Yeah.
depends on who it is,
Yeah.
depends on many different dynamics.
Yeah.
But I try to sometimes a hug, sometimes to listen, sometimes
Yeah.
to ask the question,
Yeah.
sometimes to have a coffee over. At work, I have to say I'm a very work person
Yeah.
still. But I try to recognize if there is something wrong, then I'll try to ask around if the person is not willing to maybe open up to
No,
me.
you're right.
Because depends,
It
relationships.
could be, yeah.
Someone is closer with someone, even though I work with my team and I should have equal. But of course, you know, the personal things, you need to understand what it is. Sometimes I get side information. What is,
Yeah.
you know, wrong with
Yeah.
the person? It should be talked. They should talk. Do I need to talk? You know, then sometimes I use the card of older sister.
Yeah,
because
because
work
you're-
is work, but it's also your family. But
Yeah.
sometimes, depending on the person,
Yeah.
depending on the situation.
No, you're right. And I can see that also from, you know, from my side, sometimes tough love can also be the key, you know, if it's not co-workers, but I mean, well, sometimes that also, but I mean, it could be family members, instead of just curling them too much with their
No,
feelings.
you need to tell them sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you need to just like tough love.
Sometimes with friends, I mean, you have to tell someone. Like especially, I have friends from all generations. I have friends at 86 and I have friends at 30.
Yeah.
So then the younger ones, sometimes I give space because I can see that they will need to experience themselves. I try to give you cues, and you need to see the situation. If the person is willing to, or is in this psychology to listen, you talk. Maybe you give your experience or maybe perspective. But also if it feels right, you have to read the situation and the person at any specific time.
Also perks with getting older, because
before I would, because it was my ego. I know this better, kind of like not with bad intentions.
No,
but now,
I wanted to help.
Even if I know, I don't say sometimes because I know that this person will just have to self-experience.
No, you're right.
And they will find out, and hey, I'm there when they need. So.
I love it.
Am I able to do it every time? Maybe not, but I think I am getting better at it. Look, it's a journey, right?
Yeah,
self-work and progress in life.
No, you're right. And we cannot do it for others. They need to walk the walk themselves.
I think in work, I would say that I have a kind of a tougher look from the outside. But I actually feel like we are family to each other.
Of course.
Here, especially in a country like this, we are family to each other because the people that I work with, not because I'm the general manager of the hotel, but also because we look after them in terms of their accommodation, meals, and so forth, the whole package, Unlike somewhere else in another continent, in another country, everybody goes back to their original homes. Here we are all a guest, so we need to look after each other in terms of even private life. So if I sometimes, like I said, I use the elder sister card, so I ask, I mean, even if it's a private life, it's okay. I think we're not in, I would say, another continent where these kind of things may be perceived also inappropriate. But here, I think it's far more it's more embracing environment. We are more genuine people, and this is what I love about the Middle East. This is the thing. It's the most embracing region, and this is the most embracing country.
Hospitality.
As gracefulness.
Best.
Really, really.
I love it.
Yes.
I could sit and talk with you forever and ever and ever. But I have one, because we're sitting in a radio station.
Sure.
Radio Olive. And we do have a question, and that is, do you have any fun or emotional or some kind of memory with radio you would like to share?
With radio?
Because when I was younger and I was a kid, it was a show on, I think it was like Fridays or maybe Saturdays, and it has the top music and and I was sitting with my cassette band and I would play, record, and I was like, shut up, shh, you cannot talk.
Yes. I would take my radio into my room.
Yes,
that's number one. And I had a channel that I listened to, and that's how I actually met classical music. And started listening to classical music at that time. And then there was another program for jazz. And so radio gave me the love for music more than anything else. And there were some radio show hosts. They were doing different genre of musical programs, and I would just follow them, and I would know which day, which time, and so forth and so on.
Because they become friends.
Yes, I would, before the Walkman, before all of these CD players and everything, I would fall asleep with the radio on.
Yeah, I do that still.
And when I came back from school, the first, it was the radio show. It was called School Garden, something like that. So they would have, they would teach things to kids of different ages.
Yeah.
It was very theatrical. So I would listen to that. And Friday and Saturday mornings, we had a radio show for the weekend. Super hilarious, super fun. And they would host a program in the radio building in Istanbul. But then we would listen to it over the phone. It was live shows. It was hilarious. Radio for me has really, really special memories in this aspect.
Cool. And I'm so happy that you share that with me. And you know what, Esra? Now you are officially an agent of happiness.
Thank you.
I am so, honestly, I could sit forever and ever and talk to you, because it feels like we are the same. We have the same things. I'm not in hospitality. I wish I was, actually. I wish I could do my career once again. I would be a great hotelier.
I think so.
You
would be.
I would.
Oh, but you would be better than me.
No, I wouldn't. But I would be one of those mood managers, take care of those who are not happy.
Yes, you would.
It's like, do, and make them happy. Anyway, I'm so grateful that you took the time from, your work and life.
Pleasure. Thank you for thinking of me.
Thank you. And we do have a thing that is saying thank you and goodbye in your language. So would you like to do that in Turkish?
Sure. Teşekkür ederim. İyi günler. Tekrar görüşmek üzere. Wow. It's long?
That was long. One more time.
Okay. Teşekkür ederim. Görüşmek üzere.
Shukran. Masalama. Thank you and goodbye.